As a clinician managing patients with long-term central venous catheters, you can probably think of a multitude of different problems that might present during the hospital stay or clinic visit. Central line-associated bloodstream infection, or CLABSI, mechanical line trauma, adhesive-related skin injury, and medical line entanglement are a few that come to mind. I'm Amy Braglia-Tarpey, RD, Certified Nutrition Support Clinician, and Director of Clinical Growth for GusGear. The GusGear Central Line Vest is a game-changing, all-in-one device for secondary securement. Before we get started, it's important to note that a secondary securement device is recommended by the Infusion Nursing Society's standard of practice for all CVADs. Unfortunately, secondary securement is not always implemented in practice, increasing vulnerability of the central line. Now let's dive into how the central line vest differs from other secondary securement options. Primary securement, or stabilization, is enhanced by the dual safe strip. The DSS absorbs any force from pulling or tugging on the IV tubing before that force reaches the catheter itself. In one instance, a mom reported that her toddler's son was wearing the GusGear Central Line Vest when he fell out of his crib, with the fall causing a forceful pull on his line. Yet the line remained intact, without fracture, and that toddler is thriving today. Research to date supports the efficacy of the Central Line Vest. A small retrospective study at the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh found that use of the Central Line Vest was associated with reduction in line trauma and CLABSI. Further, preliminary data from a prospective randomized trial demonstrated significantly lower incidence of line trauma in a group using the vest versus those using standard of care. In addition to preventing major complications, the Central Line Vest may also help to mitigate medical adhesive-related skin injury. With the vest, the primary dressing is the only adhesive needed for securement. No more patchwork dressings of adhesives covering the chest to protect the central line. And lastly, the single safe strip wraps the IV tubing around the back and out of the way to potentially prevent medical line entanglement. Other devices such as wrap-type garments, adhesive and integrated securement devices, tissue adhesives, and subcutaneous anchor securement systems may reduce dislodgement, line fracture, and breakage, but none provide the breadth of protection of the Central Line Vest. In summary, the Central Line Vest reduces dislodgement, line damage, and breakage, mitigates medical adhesive-related skin injury, reduces pistoning and torsion of the line, and protects the entire line from catheter to hub. At GusGear, we don't accept the unacceptable. Next time, come back for an in-depth review of the first ever peer-reviewed study of the Central Line Vest. In the meantime, schedule a virtual demo at gusgear.com to see the Central Line Vest difference for yourself.